Hi guys, welcome to the very first video that relates directly to the course. This is types of data for week 1. So let's crack on into it if I could find the window. Hello, there we are. Alright, great. Let's begin. So I'm going to go over 5 types of data that we're going to go through. They are univariate, multivariate, time series data, qualitative data, and quantitative data. And hopefully after this you'll be able to have a pretty good understanding of what each of these are. Let's begin with univariate data. So univariate data is where you might have multiple participants or units in the study, or that you're looking at. These could be people, sheep, fish, whatever, and you're looking for a single piece of information from them. So this might be height. So if you watched the videos before, you would probably know that we went over height before, so let's do that again. So let's say that we got one person here called Mike, then Susie, Tom, what's the female name? Rach. I'll just shorten that down. Obviously that's Rachel. And we'll say they are 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, and 4 meters tall. So this is their heights. So this is units and the height. So univariate, we have, so with, there we go. So with univariate, we have multiple participants, multiple units, but on each of them, we're measuring just a single bit of information. This is going to look a bit like a mouth. Yeah, but you just have a single bit of information. So with Mike, we know his height and nothing else. Susie, her height and nothing else. So this might give you a bit of a hint as to what the next part is. Let's deal with multivariate data. Now let's say that I also wanted to measure their weights. Cool. So Mike's weight is we'll say 10 kilograms. It's pretty light, dude. Say Susie is 20 kilograms. Tom is 30 kilograms. And Rach is 40 kilograms. Now we don't have to stop there, we can keep measuring with other things. Multi simply means, as a prefix, more than 1. But in this case I will stop at 2. So for each of our studied participants, whether it's a sample or a population, we're looking at 2 aspects that pertain to these people. So height and weight. Every unit in this has both height and weight measured. This is multivariate, so we have multiple variables. That's how you can break it. And uni meaning 1 variable. So before it was just height, and that was univariate, and now with 2, it is multivariate. Cool. Now let's go with time series. Cool. So time series might say, let's say we're looking at, oh no, not again. Stop it. There we go. So with time series, let's say we're looking at Mike. And what we're trying to do is measure his weight at certain intervals of time, so every 6 months. So let's say in January of, I think that's how you write it. Then we'll say July. And then what else? January 17th and July 17th. So these here are 6-month periods, and let's say that his weight on January is 10 kilograms, but he gained a bit of weight over winter, is 12. And he wanted to lose it, so maybe he went to 8. But then he realized he was too skinny, because, I mean, that's quite skinny. And then we'll go with 10 again. So the time series data is basically, we'll put weight here. So, time series data occurs at multiple time periods. So this here is measured at time 0, and then this one here is measured at time 0 plus 6 months, and then this one plus 6 months again, and this one plus 6 months again. So you're trying to make measurements based on a certain amount of time elapsing. Now we're going to get into the two larger topics here, which are qualitative data and quantitative data. And these two are much more important than the previous three, in this course at least, because they come up much more often. So qualitative data is either categorical or it's ranked data. Yeah, basically just consider it categorical data. So let's say that you were looking at cars. So you might go, what's it, Toyota? And then what else is there? Mitsubishi. I'll just do what else is it? Hyundai. I shouldn't have done cars. I don't know too much, but I should have done dinosaurs. But you'll notice one thing about this is that there is a finite limitive. It is finitive. This is because there aren't an infinite number of cars. In the same way that there aren't an infinite number of varieties of wine or an infinite number of what else? Of like flowers, right? There's a finite amount. Eventually, you can list everything, and that is the key difference between. Let me go with pink. That is the key difference between qualitative and quantitative data. So quantitative means that you cannot measure, you cannot have a finite amount. So these are things like weight, height, anything that can basically go up or down as much as you want. So with weight, you can keep going up. You can go from 1 kilogram to a million. Because it doesn't make any difference. And you can keep doing that. There are an infinite number of things to choose from. And in height, you can make the same thing, but about meters, let's say. Yeah. So qualitative data is continuous. It's infinite. You can choose any value within that. So I hope that this helps you guys. If you make sure to specify learning qualitative and quantitative if you don't have time, because those are going to be the two most important data types during this course for you.